Hi, today I want to show you how you can set up Android app links inside of your WeWeb mobile application. Now, app links in Android are very exciting because they allow your web application to connect and synchronize with your mobile application. Meaning, if a user goes to a link for your web application and they click on it, it will open that specific page inside of the mobile application. So it seamlessly integrates between those two levels. So today I want to show you how to create this integration and how to set this up inside of your WeWeb mobile application with the help of Despia. Let's get right started with that. So first of all, we want to make sure that we have our WeWeb project set up and that it is deployed on the live version. Now we want to take that live version, we want to set this up with Despia. So you want to take that URL, put it into Despia, create a new project. And then we also need to go to add-ons inside of the Despia editor. And we're going to go all the way down here on the hard-coded section to web app synchronization. And you want to make sure that this setting is turned on. Now, once it is turned on, you want to go on publish application. And what you want to do is you want to then republish the application in case web app synchronization was not turned on yet. Then you want to set this up with, the Android. So you want to first of all click on Google and then publish that from here. But you want to make sure that you set this up with the Play Store. If you have not set that up yet, please take a look at our documentation. You will find videos, examples, and detailed written out instructions on how to set this up and how to one-click publish your application as a draft to the Google Play Store. So I already have that taken care of, so I'm all fine for now. So let's go to our Google Play console. Now inside of the Google Play console, in the project for the application that I already have created, I now want to go on Grow Users, and I want to click on Deep Links. Now it will see domain not verified, so we need to verify our domain. In this example, I will need to do this for the WeWeb domain because this is the web application I'm working with right here. So I'm going to turn this on. So I will click on credential sharing, turn on. Now this will give me a file that I need to download and host on my root directory. This will be an AppLinks JSON file. This will allow to have the synchronization. So you need to host the specific file on the appropriate path so that the Android system can use this native deep linking. So let's download this file. As you can see, I have it downloaded right here. And now I need to add this file with a specific path inside of WeWeb. Now the path, as you can see here, will be /well-known/AssetLinks.json. So I'm going to copy that for Android, for the app links. And I'm going to go to WeWeb. And I'm going to go to Assets, Files, and I'm going to add a new file. So upload new file. And now I'm going to put this file inside of here. So let's actually drag this to my browser now so I can drag it inside of here because I don't have a drag and drop thing at WeWeb. Perfect. Let's open that. Wonderful. Now I have this file uploaded here on their file manager. Now I need to set the path. So I'm going to go on Set Path and I'm going to paste the path for the file that Android needs under /well-known/AssetLinks.json. Let's save that. That's the path that you will need. It's AssetLinks.json. And now we have that path set up. So I can close this and let's deploy our WeWeb application again. And I'm going to publish this. Now we'll take a little bit. It's building the application. We'll just wait it out a little bit. And then we will be able to keep processing with the verification process on the Google Play console site to get this all approved and nicely going. Now there you go, it was successful. So let's try copying this link that Google expects this file to be hosted on, and let's try opening it. And now as you can see, we're hosting the file right inside of here. How beautiful is that? Let's close that. And now I'm going to go and turn on credential sharing. And now it will fail, but don't worry about that. It will work. It's just that it currently fails because they need to still scrape the file and it can take a little bit for them to pick up the pace. So what I'm going to do is I'll just keep clicking it, but also to speed that process up, what you can do is you're going to go to your Android device, or where did I put my Android device here? There you go. let's, while I'm on it, drag it in here. And let's go to the Android device here. And let's close the application that we have installed. And I'm going to go now to my application. I'm going to open it again, because that gives Android a chance to fetch the files and register it in the system. I don't know why they do it like that, but I found that that works pretty well. And now we want to go to web links, right? And we're going to go on web links here, and we're going to click on the arrow for this domain that's the web link. And we go on details. And I go on show more on this error message, and it says view domains. And now, as you can see, it will refresh the domains, and I will click on details on this arrow when it comes to domains. And now it will say digital asset link JSON file failed, JSON content type failed. Now this content type error is just a random error they'll give you. It doesn't mean the content type is wrong. If you read that, you think like, oh, maybe I've uploaded a wrong file type. Don't worry about it. It's just a random error they tell you, and that's not true. So let's recheck the verification. It will still say that it will fail, but that's not true. It will be successful. So we'll just keep waiting it out a little bit. It will take a little bit for them to fetch it fully. So we're just going to wait. We're going to click on that button a few more times, and it will work. So, just be a little bit patient with that. It doesn't mean that this is broken or that you have it set up incorrectly. It just means that Google needs a little bit of time. What I actually found works pretty well if you just reload sometimes the Google dashboard, and that sometimes speeds up the process. So let's go on credential sharing again, turn on credential sharing. Just give it a little bit of time. If you're unsure about it, take this URL that Google expects, open it in your browser, and you will see that you will be getting this all set up, which is nice because they already create the signature for you, so you don't have to do that in your terminal. So let's wait a little bit here. And let's go on web links here on details. Let's go and show more, view domain. Let's go on the details on the domain section for the domain. And let's see, show more. We have this file hosted, so don't need to worry about that. As you can see, we have that hosted. The content type, it will say make sure it's application JSON. That is all fine. Let's try rechecking it. And now, as you can see, it was successful. So you just gotta wait a little bit. I wanted to share that with you because usually people do it and they freak out. They're like, it's not working, but it will be working. It's just they need a little bit of time to get it to work. And now, if you exit it, for some reason, it will still say error, 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 not working. Don't worry, just refresh the page. They do not support real-time WebSockets. So refresh the page and you will see it's all working now. There you go. So it's just how Google has set up their site. Like if you update something, you have to refresh the page to see the change because they're not updating it for you, which, that's just the way they chose to set it up. But now, as you can see, we have this nicely set up. But one thing we want to turn on is we want to go to credential sharing here on domains and turn that on. And let's go and turn on credential sharing because that's a very neat feature. This will allow your mobile application to share and access the safe passwords on the web application. Let's say they have an account on the web application, log in. If you want this to happen, they will then automatically get the password pre-filled when they go to the mobile application because it shares them across the browser and the native mobile application. So now that everything is set up beautifully, we should have this deep linking functionality all working now. So let's try this out. Let's try closing the application here, and let's try clicking on a link. And as you can see, the link still opens in the browser, so that's problematic. What you more than likely want to do is you want to go home and you want to deinstall the application. So let's uninstall the application from this device because it will need a little bit to refresh. So you want to make sure that you set this up before your application goes live. So now that we have it deinstalled, I'm going to go back to test and release, and I'm going to go on testing, internal testing in the Google Play console, and I'm going to go on testers, and I'm going to copy the test link. There you go. And now I'm going to go back inside of here, and I will be going to, oh, wrong, that is, there you go. Let's go back inside of here on Google Play. We should be able to actually have that in our history, manage apps and devices. and we should be able to find our application somewhere inside of here. But we can also just use the link, actually. That may be just like an unnecessary step that I just suggested you to do. So let's go on Chrome, and I already have the site pulled up, which is great. So let's download it from Google, and let's install it. Perfect. So now we're installing the application again through the Google Play Store with the internal testing. Let's open the application. Let's start the application. Beautifully. And now let's close all those tabs that we don't need. Also the application. And let's try clicking on the deep link inside of here. And now, as you can see, it will open it in the native application. So you see, I click on the link, it will open that link in the native application and not in the browser. And what happens if I go on a specific link like /test? As you can see, it will now open the /test page inside of the native application. And this is how you set up native AppLinks and universal domains inside of your WeWeb mobile application for Android. It's super simple. Just, you gotta learn to work your way around Google's interface and Google's web apps, refresh the pages, wait it out a little bit, ignore some of the errors, but besides that, it's a super smooth and simple process thanks to Despia. You can now finally turn your WeWeb application into a native mobile application with all those amazing native functionalities and features. I can't wait to see all the exciting applications that you'll be building with it. And if you need any help, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you. Take care.